Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Attempt 3 of Let's Play part 122 of Pillars of Eternity, where we need to clear out this camp, which I've already technically done. Near enough twice, but the game fucking crashed twice. So let's hope this time, when we are clearing this cunt out, that these people aren't being massive cunts. Now, I'm going to be using a lot more I'm going to probably be playing a lot more aggressive than I normally play, just to try and get rid of all these people quickly. I'm not going to lie, I'm fucking sick of playing this game at the moment. It's crashed like this and just annoying ass parts that are really annoying me, but I really enjoy the story, so I'm trying to, you know, persevere. Right, put everything in there.
Sure.
So we've got one of those, and going up there is pointless, I know that much.
I'll keep an eye out.
We are going to be playing on fast unless it's in combat, obviously. Right, so we've got the Great Hall there. I know that there's enemies pretty close. Yep, there's the enemies. There's two enemies there.
Fall back! Defend the commander!
That's going to get fucked. There we go.
Let's go!
Of course, we're going to need to have another rest soon. Like our first rest soon, just because everyone's going to need...
Love!
Where everyone's going to have run out of spells and whatnot. Alright, so we've got, there's a lot of characters here, but they're dealable with, we can deal with them. Use that, use that there, I guess. The Aloft come over right there. And use that, please. That's a better use of your skills than what you're trying to do, or what you were trying to do. Sorry. Right. Avavus. Don't really know what spell you're going to use there, mate. You can use that, though. If you don't mind, Adir.
Yeah.
Let's
Fuck up this Houndmaster. Do me a favour, heal yourself up there, man. Alof, send a necrotic land to that guy's way if you don't mind. We've got our group over there to get rid of as well. At this point, we don't really need...
You're attacking the wrong side!
we just need to keep ourselves all together.
Steady does it.
And now we have a tiny dog friend, which I'm actually going to put on at my... here instead of the Longweth, whatever it's called. We needed a new pet companion, so there we go, nice little companion. F5 this, so we got a nice save.
Love!
Fuck this guy up. He invited us to a fight. Let's not you know, upset him.
Laying low.
Right, I know there's some people right here. Let's go, and look at that. All the handgunners that I can't stand are right next to each other this time. That's I would say it's luck, but obviously I knew they were there, so there's no luck in there. Well, I need to go kill you just because you're going to. I know you're going to annoy me. And a rifleman left without anyone to stop him, and he's probably one of the more annoying ones. Out there. Hit those guys over. Nothing like fucking people up because you can. You know, get a bit of heal on yourself again. Keep yourself alive. There we go, that's that cunt dead. And I didn't start the timer for this part, so I'm going to put 15 minutes on the timer because I don't actually know how far we've gone. You know, it's always safer to do 15 minutes on the timer than anything else. I probably could have done it with having our spells this part, like redone our spells back, but oh well. I didn't, so I'm gonna have to accept that, aren't we? Go ahead and fuck myself up by you know, hitting my own guys with spells there. Let's drop that there if you don't mind, Duran. When you know, obviously you get conscious enough to do so. Oh, God damn it, me! It would be fucking Aldwyn who did that. That's a very Aldwyn thing to do, if we're honest. Holy shit! You have none of your spells apart from these ones, which. Yeah, these ones are fucking particular in how you use them.
Am I the only one here starting to nod off? Break might be in order.
You're gonna get fucked, which is understandable. I mean, obviously it's not preferable, but actually, yeah, summon him over there so we can go piss off those guys. Get that big ass spear out and do some. No, do not fucking do that, you cunt. Not the spell I told you to use. Oh, you already got your spear out. Nice one.
These ones are it.
Let's get this guy fucked.
You're mine!
Right, let's turn this slow speed off now. Those guys are eventually going to be fucked, and they're going to be glorious. Look at that, perfect. We only lost only two of our characters got injured. Gonna quick camp. You know, just get a quick save in there. I do think camping should count as quick, like an auto save, but. The mod the mod feels very different, or I wouldn't have mentioned it. Sorry, not the mod, the game. I don't think you can get mods to this game actually. Now that I've mentioned mods in like to begin with. Oh no, the piglets might see me. That's unfortunate. Right, it looks like we're clearing this obviously a lot faster because of the fact that I'm. Just kill them. Yeah. It's not fucking hard. Well, it's hard for you guys to, you know, do what you're fucking meant to do, but I guess I can't complain too much. I pulled away part of the main force, which I now don't have to deal with in a second. I'm dealing with now. Right, so we did unlock that. That's at least good, then, isn't it? Right. So we've cleared off these. Oh, okay, we ain't cleared these cunts off. Fuck these guys up. It doesn't really. Yeah, it doesn't really matter whether or not he does like knock him down. Like, he's gonna get his ass kicked anyway. Perfect. No. Motherfucker, you wasted another spell. Right.
Let's see what we got.
Okay, we've been up there, so we need to go down here now. This is obviously going to be a pain. I know this is going to be a pain because I've done it multiple times. Let's spawn you there. Let's spawn you there. Try and deck everyone there if you can. I mean, even with all these tentacles, it would prove it is like it's going to be very hard to, you know, get shit done. Durance, you're going to kill yourself a lot. Like, you need to focus yourself on healing. Smack those two. You know, I want him dead, so I'm going to hit him with a higher level Minolota. I think Durance is going to get knocked the fuck out. And Hirabas went shortly after him. Though I think it was a bit too short. Well, he wasn't going to heal himself, I can tell you that much. Fuck's sake, you've been taken over by the enemy. That's just my luck, pretty much, yeah. And we have too many enemies left. Do that. It's probably going to be the best thing to use, for honest. I don't know why the fuck you're over here, to be honest, mate. If you could just, you know, fuck off back to where you came from, idea. Get that spear out, go piss them off, please. Go get some tentacles over there, you know, just for some extra assistance. You're gonna have to floor them again. Aldwyn, you're probably gonna get knocked in your ass, but that's okay.
Leave it to me. You're not getting through me.
Damn it, Aldwyn, you were so close.
For the iron flail.
Gonna need to do some good old big ass spells against, you know, this guy. I think you've got this, cunt. If I'm honest. Oh shit. If you wouldn't mind, you know, just getting that guy out. There's a lot more archers than I realized.
Lavaru beyond seek.
Did that go in? Right, this went way worse than my first ever attempt. Like that crashed the worst, like right at the end. But I'll take it. Though to be fair, that really does happen when you know you just charge in and try to kill everything in sight. Now, one thing I am upset is like I now can't break down the gates with cannons, which I'm kind of upset by, to be honest. And I think there are a few. Nope, there's no more up here. And there is a letter in here, but I honestly I apologize, but I'm not reading it again. I feel bad for saying that, but I mean it wasn't that like special or anything, to be fair. As far as I know, as far as I remember, there's no one else in front of here, but you know. Hashtag proven wrong massively.
Lava beyond.
That quickly. Heal everyone. Knock that con in his ass. Okay, don't knock that con in his ass. Pretty sure it's that cunt who's actually, you know, using the magic, or sorry, trying to kill Alof off. Alof, heal yourself, please, mate.
Let's go.
At this point, the Iron Flail have fucked it.
Right.
Right.
Keeping an eye out.
There we go, we've done everything. Right, let's F5 this. Right. In we go. Right. That's making. I'm feeling a little bit better now that I've got through that again.
Enough! I've had my fill of... What's this? Steady, men. Our guest has arrived.
The Iron Flail commander is a younger man, lean in build. His brown hair is unkempt, his eyes fevered. At his feet is a grate, set over what appears to be a pit. You hear a smattering of anxious cries rising from the cell as the commander steps forward.
All that chaos outside. For an instant, I believed you, woman.
His boot comes down hard on the grate.
You make a sinister assassin, godlike. I'll give you that much.
You must be the commander.
Yes. Those were my men you slaughtered out there, you...
Aderic's words die in his throat, his expression frozen mid-snarl. It isn't clear what's happened, not until you start to feel it too. Unbidden, your senses drift as if you had reached out towards a source of essence. You feel an ache in your chest, an almost painful sensation of being pulled forward. A sudden wave of memories floods your mind, clear as the day they formed. You see Odema's campsite ravaged by the Beerwick, the halls of Caed Nua. You tread wet cobblestone beneath copper lanes, seeking the leaden key. You climb winding steps to the top of a tower that parts the clouds. The images wash over you, tracing lives and emotions from 100 different times and places, not all of your own. Slowly become aware that the sensation being watched. Reach out. You direct your senses, tracing the invasion to its source. Aderic, conviction burns through him, bright as a brazier. For an instant, you share in his emotion, and a sourceless desperation rattles about your skull. Absent context, the fragments of memory you see are just images: a small house across a field of vibrant purple flowers, a sea of armoured kith and flapping banners waiting on your command. There's an uncomfortable, unfathomable moment where you feel you've twinned your twinned awareness turning on in on itself, and then the connection is severed. Adric looks startled, his face shaken. You're a watcher.
You sure he's not just a weirdo with an empty stare? I get those confused a lot.
That's not...
Edric glances about the room, his face colouring.
That's not known to many. Not past these walls. Why have you come? Why now?
About our mutual condition.
You've come all this way to indulge your curiosity?
I take it watchers don't enjoy the best reputation, Redceris.
Does everyone in the Deerwood boast of their afflictions?
In the brief quiet that follows, Aderic looks very tired, but he does not lower his sword. You're ashamed. Why?
It's hardly something to be proud of. Look to your own sins, Watcher. I'll not share mine.
I thought all the other watchers were mad.
That wouldn't bode well for you, would it?
Edric's tone is irritable, but he watches you with very wary interest.
I've a firm grip on my senses, whatever you believe. The Watcher's curse is many things, but if it promised madness, I would not have taken command of the Iron Flail. The memories I saw, some of them couldn't have belonged to you. You're awakened, aren't you?
And you also awakened.
No, of course not.
Edric studies you with a grim fascination. Do you know of a cure? Edric stares at you. Eventually, he gives a slight shake of his head.
It seems a terrible thing to be awakened and a Watcher both. I'm sorry.
Enough about that.
Yes, we were in the middle of something, I believe.
I came in to find out what happened to the delegates.
The delegates? You tore through my camp, killed my men for them?
I mean, what kind of reaction did you expect? You held them captive without notice.
They'd like to paint us as the unreasonable ones back in Stalwart, wouldn't they? I never planned this. It wasn't my intention. We wanted to negotiate. Stalwart sent delegates to discuss terms of peace. I offered them the opportunity. I was generous.
Edric passes a few steps before he gets hold of himself.
But Stalwart sent soothsayers, not diplomats, to frighten us with stories of the moon going dark, the earth shaking.
A shrill voice suddenly rises up from the pit. Adric stomps down angrily on the bars, drowning her out. Perhaps you and I can talk now.
You're nothing more than a mercenary for a village of people unwilling to put their own lives on the line.
But there have been tremors. There were cave-ins at the mines.
Don't play the fool with me. These omens are meant to frighten me, to make me doubt my purpose here. But there is more at stake here than a village in the mountains. They dismiss my faith, call us superstitious. But what does Stalwart believe in? Iron and gold, and nothing else. I have tilled barren fields with my bare hands. What is gold to me?
He looks down at the grate of the cell, eyes flashing with sudden anger. What do you want with Stalwart anyway?
With a village of fishermen, nothing. But they cling fiercely to the forge you gave them. Some of the men are here for gold and good steel, and I promised them their share. But I came for cannons. With the battery's cannons, we can hold the pass. Rayed Saris has suffered enough. Its sons and daughters have nothing.
He looks at the deer, jaw working.
We won't survive an attack from the Deerwood when it comes. Not unless we act. There is an army coming. I've seen it. Pouring down from the mountain. It will crush Stalwart and come for Rayed Saris.
Adaric's gaze is distant.
The iron flail will be the wall that safeguards my homeland from the worst these fire worshippers can bring to bear.
Wait, you had a vision of an army?
I warn you, if you think to taunt me, Watcher.
I had a vision too. In mine, I saw Cade Nua reduced to rubble by an army that shook the earth. Doubt creases Edric's brow, his men exchanging looks, waiting intensely for orders.
Why would they turn on their own? No, you're trying to trick me. This is all another distraction.
All that destruction we saw, you really think a bunch of backwater fools can do that?
Hey, you can call them backwater fools all you want. But don't let them hear you badmouth their destruction.
Edric looks at Eodir, frowning. I thought the Iron Flail might be the army in my own vision. Perhaps we both made a mistake.
Why should I believe any of this? You would say anything at all to protect Stalwart.
Think, what if you're wrong? You're losing men and resources fighting people who aren't your enemies. Actually, no, you read my soul. What did it tell you?
That you're soft-hearted. But it hasn't seemed to stop you. And that you have seen and done a great many things. Things I would not have otherwise believed.
We both know something's coming. Maybe two watchers can figure out how to stop it. For several moments, there is nothing but silence in the cabin. Then you hear the scrape of metal as Edric takes up his sword, only to lay it flat across his palms.
I led my people here because I believed we were on the right path. I bound my soul to this blade as proof of my surety.
There was a ripple of soul energy in the air, there and gone. Edric looks pained.
The sword's no good to me now. It's yours, for as long as you can wield it. I'll call in our forces from the mountains. Please, give me time to explain. You should speak with Stalwart's messengers. Perhaps you'll get some answers out of them.
See? Reasonable. I mean, I didn't really mean to, murder. Like, to be fair, murdering all of your people, it's not something I intended. It's just, it happened, and, one thing led to another, and then more people died. It happens. It happens. Right, so can I wield this? I can wield this, but I can't equip it. I can't bind it. Let's go to my character. I took two-hand proficiency. Actually, I want to you know what? Aldwyn is becoming a sword and shield guy. Because I can bind that sword. Kill 5 enemies with crucial hits to unlock the next weapon. I'm going to make Aldwyn like probably a dual wielder or something along those lines. Because as good as it is to have, as fun as it was to be using dual blades, great swords, I think it's in time for a change.
Margaret's fire cast light.
Well, we've got a lot to loot. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, in the next part, we've got a very busy part. I'll see you guys then.